What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Flip with Final Take Gaming. Welcome you guys back to another video. And this time, this is Bright Lights, episode 25, y'all. Yes, episode 25 of Bright Lights. And let's hop right into it. We're starting in the NBA bubble last night down in Florida, where we had a game 5 where the Clippers were looking to take a 4-1 win and head to their first Western Conference Finals versus the Denver Nuggets. They've never been to a Western Conference Finals in their franchise history. They've been to a couple Game 7s in the semifinals, but that's about it. So they were en route. They were up, I believe, 14 points in the third quarter. And then Millsap just went off. He scored 14 of his 17 12 of his 17 in the third quarter to spark a lead for the Nuggets, who eventually took it over in the fourth quarter. It almost gave it back. They almost gave it back to the Lakers, both LA teams. They almost gave it back to the Clippers, but Denver held on, and they won 111-105 to fight another day. So Game 6 will be Sunday. But everybody in Denver pitched in last night. Grant dropped in 10. We talked about Millsap 12 in the third quarter. He ended with 17. Jokic had 22 and 14. Jamal Murray dropped in 26, 8 and 7. And Michael Porter Jr. hit the biggest three of the game when it was 102 to 100. Michael Porter Jr. hit a weirdly contested off-balance three, but it went in. And they went up 105-100 and never looked back after that. So shout out to Michael Porter Jr. for that. But the Clippers, they did good. Kawhi had 36. Paul had 26. The Morris twin had 12. It just they let the Nuggets back in, and when you let them back in, give them a little bit of light, it's a wrap, y'all. It is a wrap. So they, down 3-2 in Game 6 will be Sunday. Then we had the two best word in sports. Game 7. Yes, Game 7 in the Eastern Conference semifinals versus the Boston Celtics and the Toronto Raptors. The defending champs wanted to fight on and show they can repeat as defending champs. All they had to do was beat Boston and head to face Miami and the Eastern Conference Finals. But the young Bucks said, hold on, this is our time. Y'all had y'all one little shining moment. Freeze. And they did just so by losing 92-87 to the Boston Celtics behind the superstars, JAYSON TATUM and Jalen Brown. Tatum scored 29 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists. Jalen dropped in 21, 8 rebounds, 2 assists. Marcus Smart dropped in 16. Kemba Walker dropped in 14. It was just an effort. And Marcus Smart had the biggest block of the game towards the end of the game when Powell ran for a layup and it would have cut the lead to 2. Smart said, not in here. Get out of here with that. Go somewhere. We don't like that. We don't like that at all. So, shout out to Marcus Smart for that. Crazy win. Looking forward to this Heat versus Celtics. I got the Celtics winning it and going to the finals, but that's just your boy, you know what I'm saying? Let us know in the comments below who y'all think going to the conference finals. We know who's going to the conference finals. Come on now. Who's going to the Eastern Conference? What am I talking about this morning, guys? I'm leaving this all in. I'm fumbling all over the place. Who is going to the finals from the Eastern Conference Finals? Will it be the Miami Heat or will it be the Celtics? Let us know in the comments below. But before we do that, let's head on to the Wubble. Yes, the WNBA bubble, where we had the Atlanta Dream, who aren't making the playoffs, versus the Connecticut Sun. Yes, the Dream beat the Sun 82-75. It's always, I told y'all in the last video, it's always the teams that's not making playoffs. It's always the teams that aren't doing that good that end up, for some reason, winning and beating the good teams. Because the Connecticut Sun, they are 10-12. They may have a chance to make the playoffs, but the Dream were 7-14. They're not making the playoffs, but they won last night. Laney had 14. Williams dropped in 20. Carter dropped in 22. Billings dropped in 13 for the Dream. No wonder why they won. Wow. But for the Sun, it wasn't really that much help. Bonner had 17. Hedeman had 13. Charles had 13. But other than that, nobody stepped up. Nobody helped them out at all. So, wow. Sun got to step that up. Y'all got to step that up, Connecticut Sun. But let's go down to the Chicago Sky versus the Dallas Wings. The Chicago Sky beat the Dallas Wings 95-88 handily. And this is how a playoff team beats a non-playoff team. That's what you got to do, y'all. Take notes, Connecticut Sun. Cooper for the Sky dropped in 12. Hillborough dropped in 22. Parker dropped in 23. Vandersloot dropped in 15. That's how you win. That's how you get it done. And I always pronounce her name wrong. Ogunbowale dropped in 38 points, and she had no help. The next two higher scores was Marbury with 11 and Thornton with 11. She had no help. She was man. That must suck to have a ball out game like that, and you get no help from your squad. Like, ouch, none whatsoever. Yikes. And speaking of help, somebody please help Phoenix Mercury in the GOAT Diana Taurasi, because they got whooped last night by the Seattle Storm, 83-60. And my cousin Breanna didn't even play. Sue Bird didn't even play. It was crazy. Russell dropped in 10. Howard dropped in 12. Lloyd dropped in 10. Canada dropped in 13. Magmagor, dropped in 10. Langford dropped in 10. Oh my goodness. And Diana Taurasi, she only had 5. Diggins only had 2. What happened? Walker Camberall dropped in 24, but that was it. What happened, Phoenix? Y'all gotta wake up. Wake up, Phoenix. Wow. Lost handily. And so did the Lightning. Yes, we're headed to the ice. And watching the Eastern Conference Finals with the Lightning versus the Indiana. Wow, really? Really, Flip? Versus the Islanders. And the Islanders did not want to go in a 0-3 hole. So they were fought hard last night, and they won 5-3 to have a 2-1 deficit. Now, anything can happen now. When you have a chance to go up 3-0 on the team, you have to take it, because if you don't, you give that team life, and that's exactly what happened last night. The Lightning gave the Islanders life, y'all. Wow, it's going to be a good one now. It's going to be a good series. Now, how about we head to the Diamond? And y'all already know where we starting, baby. My White Sox, yes, they won 4-3 versus the Tigers. We are now 28-16. Yes, and it's funny. Nobody scored until the 6th inning. And Detroit scored 3 to start the inning. And we're like, man, we're down 0-3. And we turned around and scored 4 in that same inning. And then played defense through the rest of the game. That's how you do it, baby. That's how you get those wins. You feel me? Let's go White Sox, baby. That's how we do things out here. You feel me? I'm sorry. That was very unprofessional of me. My producers are in my ear yelling at me right now. I cannot be biased. But I'm going to be biased anyway. I wish they would fire me. Who else going to host Bright Lights like I host Bright Lights? You feel me? Let's get back into it. We got the Yankees, who won last night 6-0 versus the Orioles. Yes, versus the Orioles. And then they had a doubleheader, and they won again 10-1. Okay, Yankees 24-21. I see y'all out here doing y'all thing. Okay. And then we had a shutout of all shutouts. The Phillies won 11-0 versus the Marlins. Marlins, go sit down. Marlins, go sit down. Y'all lost 11-0? 11-0. Not one run? Really? One run? Marlins, y'all couldn't get one run? The Phillies scored 4 in the 3rd inning, 5 in the 4th inning, and 2 in the 2nd inning. I guess they were like, hey, you know what? They had enough, so we'll leave them alone. That's crazy. But Marlins did win the second game, 5-3. But still, 11-0 in the first game? Really? Was y'all just waking up? What was going on? Marlins, y'all got to do better. Gotta do better. See, at least be like the Red Sox. Because the Red Sox played the Tampa Bay Rays last night. And the Rays won 11-1. But the Red Sox scored a run. They scored a run. I mean, it took them to the 9th inning to score a run. But hey, they still scored it, y'all. That's all that matters. They still scored it. So, yes, Tampa Bay won 11-1. And they just dominated, y'all. In the first inning, it was 0-0. But the second and third inning, they scored a run apiece. In the fourth inning, they scored 2 runs. In the sixth inning, they scored a run. Seventh, they scored 4. And in the eighth, they scored 2 to put it away for sure. Which, I mean, it was kind of already put away anyway. But for good measure, you know what I mean? They had to do that. Then we had the Rockies beat the Angels 8-4. Yes, it was nip and tuck back and forth. Going into the 5th inning, it was tied 2-2. And then the Rockies jumped out and had one run scored in that inning, excuse me. And then LA came back to tie it in the 8th inning. So it was 3-all. And then LA scored first in the 9th. So they were up 4-3. And then the Rockies busted out the gates with 5 runs in the 9th to seal the deal. Wow. What an amazing job. Congratulations, Rocky. I like that kind of game. Real intense. And then we had the Diamondbacks. They finally won the game again. They beat the Mariners 4-3. Wow, Mariners was on the 6-game winning streak and just couldn't get it back ever since, y'all. Could not get it back ever since. Wow. What is going on with y'all? Wow. Wake up, Mariners. Wake up. And then we had the Brewers win 1-0 against the Cubs. I mean, we're not even going to talk about that. 1-0, like, that's barely a score. That's a hockey game. Out of here. And then we had the Giants and Padres postponed. And they got postponed because of what's going on right now. And the West Coast, especially in California and Oregon and Washington with all these fires. It's really, really tragic, y'all. We'll get more into that right before I end the video. We'll talk about that a little bit more. But now let's head to Washington, where the Nationals beat the Braves 8-7, y'all. Okay. In 12 innings. It took 12 innings. That was a drug out game. And oh my goodness. The Mets scored 18 points. 18 runs. 18 goals. I don't care. Whatever you want to call it. You got to call it per league. I'm just being silly. They won 18-1 versus the Blue Jays. Wow. 18-1? Blue Jays. What is going on? That is absolutely crazy. The Mets scored 10 in the 4th inning. Let's have a moment of silence, please, for the Blue Jays. That is absolutely crazy. 18-1. Man, y'all just need a couple of days off, Blue Jays. A couple of days off. That's crazy. But let's get back into it. We got the Pirates versus the Royals, and the Royals won 4-3. None of this isn't even impressive anymore. We have the team by the bay because we don't play. We come for them dubs each and every day. You feel me? Bars. Real rap raw. We had the A's beat the Rangers 10-6. That's what I'm talking about. Scoring 4 in the 1st inning, 3 in the 2nd inning, 1 in the 3rd, 1 in the 6th, and 1 in the 9th, baby. You feel me? Let's go A's. And then we had the Twins back on top winning again, beat the Indians 3-1. These 3-1 scores they're not even impressive anymore, right? So whatsoever. Like, it's okay. And also 3-1, we had the Reds beat the Cardinals 3-1. So it's like, is it impressive? Is it not? Like, what is it? If you like this video, please give this video a big thumbs up and share it with whomever you love to share with. And while you're at it, subscribe to Final Take Gaming, because we'll be coming back with more content for you guys daily. And until we see each other again, always remember to smile, laugh, and stay positive, y'all. It's been your boy Flip. Peace.